Oh, here I am. I'm on. All right, guys. Welcome to my channel. This is Trev from Trev. I was wondering when this was going to pop up, but finally it did. And so I'm going to just continue doing what I was doing. I'm cooking. It's Friday and I'm making my Friday dinner. You know, as I grew up Adventist, so on Fridays is when we usually do the cooking because we don't usually cook on Saturday. So, yes, Tush Pumpkin. Welcome, sis. Thank you for joining me. Guess what I'm doing? I'm cooking from Friday. You know I was raised Adventist, so we cook on Friday. We bake the pudding, make the toto, make the blue draws, whatever it is, on Friday because Saturday we ain't cooking anything. So today I'm going to cook the Friday dinner. I am doing pretty good, sugar. How are you doing? I am doing pretty good. All week I've been, working and doing all kinds of stuff. So yeah, so today I'm just going to do the cooking before I go to work tonight. Yeah, so oh, good to see you. Good to see you. I'm going to make some fried fish this evening and some bami. That sound good? Yeah. And a little bit of vegetable that I made with my spiralizer. You know my spiralizer is I'm using it to spiralize just about anything that will fit into the little holder. I'm using it to make it. So I'm going to make some fried fish and bami today. So I'm going to be turning my camera this way so you can see what I'm doing. Talk to Mr. Pumpkin. Tell me when it looks all right to you. There we go. All right. So I already have my oil there that is heating, and I have my fish. Now look at these fish here. I found these fish at Compare, and they look pretty good. The eyes look bright. You know, they say when you're buying fish, the eyes are supposed to look nice and bright and not look dead. The fish is dead, but I don't know. They say the fish shouldn't look dead. So I already seasoned these fish, and I'm going to be frying them. Now I'm waiting for my oil to get hot, but I'm going to show you the bami that I'm using. This is the wrapper. I bought this. I'm going to cover up the brand, but I bought this called cassava bread. It's bami, but it was like terribly thin. See? Terribly thin. So it's not like our bami that is nice and thick. Yes, Tush Pumpkin, the eyes shouldn't be cloudy. They should look alive. Oh, what Prince say if I'm cooking in virgin oil? Good. This is what I'm using, Prince. This is what I'm using. Avocado oil. Yeah. And I can feel the heat from my oil, so I am going to be putting my fish in. I already seasoned them with salt and pepper. I have to make sure my oil is very, very hot. But today, while I cook, we're going to have a little chat. So the last story that came out of Jamaica was that with that woman that got killed in the church. Prince, you need to listen, You need to listen to this. So, the lady who got killed in the church, I keep following all the stories that keep coming out about, why she was killed and all of this. I don't know if there's a why as to why somebody's killed, but for language purposes, And they said she was killed because her stepchildren were not happy. Yes, Prince. Pear, as in pear, P-A-I-R, not pear, as in a pair of shoe. I'm talking about pear, as in avocado, pear, P-E-A-R. Yeah, that one. Okay. So back to this story now, Prince. So the lady was killed in the church because, as it is believed, her stepchildren are not happy with the way she has distributed Exactly. There's no good reason. No reason at all. No good reason at all to kill that lady. But it was the information that came out that really intrigued me. Because they said the stepchildren plotted to kill the lady because they were not happy with the way she was distributing her husband, who is their father, his assets. Now, this man died a few months ago in a motor vehicle accident, as I have read. And he has left whatever assets he has left. And when I think about it, I see where there are just so many blended families these days that these situations are going to be coming up more and more frequently. Now the dad is dead. The wife is responsible for everything that he has left. Now they think she should sell this stuff and share the money. I think to the contrary. Furthermore, they're grown children. Number one, they're grown children. Which means, in my opinion, she has no obligation to them. Anything he wanted them to have, he should have given it to them while he was alive. Or made a will to say, this is what I want this person to have when I die. And this should be a lesson for all of us. Because we are dating people. We are getting into relationships with people who already have children. We already have children. And these situations are going to be coming up more and more frequently. Yes, I believe so. He should have put it in a will. The Jamaican mentality, that is what it is. Jamaicans have this mentality. I don't know who's that calling. A lot of us Jamaicans have this mentality called hold on, take away, and fight for dead left. You don't need to be fighting for something that somebody has left after they are dead. If they leave it to somebody else, number one, first of all, if the person is married, there should be no contention about who is going to be responsible for distributing the assets. There shouldn't be any contention if the person is married. Hands down. That's my opinion. If the person is not married, then I believe parents. If there are no parents, then I believe children, adult children, should be responsible. Some people say the wife shouldn't take everything for herself. What do they mean? Entitlement, yes. They think, oh, it's my father. I am entitled to whatever he left behind. But anybody ever stop to think? You really think all the things that that man accumulated, all the stuff that he had that they're fighting over, he accumulated it by himself? The man probably has debts. Because nobody in Jamaica is able, well, I shouldn't say nobody, but a lot of people in Jamaica are not able to purchase a bus cash unless you're running drugs or something like that. But usually it is a bank loan. And usually there is somebody else who signs on that dotted line to say if something were to happen to you, they would now be responsible for that loan. Now, because he's dead, it doesn't mean that he doesn't owe the bank if he does. He's still going to own the bank. And because the wife is probably the brains behind all of this, and since she works in the bank, I am going to assume that she is the person who has signed on the dotted line to assure the bank that they will be repaid, these loans. So she's now responsible for the debt of her husband. If she's going to pay them off with life insurance or whatever other means, if she's going to liquidate assets, whatever she's going to do, she is responsible. Prince, say hi to Sush Pumpkin. Oh, Prince, I'm not Dr. Phil. Shut your mouth, boy. Anywho, yeah, so she's going to be responsible for the debt and she's going to have to take charge of the assets. How she's going to liquidate and how she's going to pay off these debts is up to her. Now, if the woman just falls under pressure and say, okay, I'm going to just sell everything and give you all the money, what's going to happen to her? She's going to sell everything and give away the money to the children just like that? I'm still cooking. Does that even sound logical? Because if she gives the money to these people, they take the money, they go do whatever they want. She's left with the debt. She has to work hard and pay those debts. For what? What did she get out of it? What does she have to show for it? Now, you see, some people don't want to go to work for what they want, you know. They don't want to work for what they want. They want to wait for somebody to die to get it. And when you can't die fast enough, they kill you so they can get it. And it is happening so frequently in Jamaica. Over the summer, that girl, Tamara Geddes, her sister killed her over a dead left house because she wanted the upstairs. See how ridiculous that is? And we have heard it so many times. An uncle killed a nephew over in Portland because of some dead left land. Now we're killing each other over this land that we're not even going to take with us. Some of us going to get cremated. We're not going to get 6'6". Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Because I don't understand the logic behind these people that they could not communicate with this woman. Yeah, you're right. It's free money. They don't care. It's free money. Yeah, somebody die. My father die. His wife is going to get 100,000 for argument's sake, and I want some because it's my dad. So I want some. You do what? No. You don't have to get any. She don't have to give you a dime. She don't have to give you anything. If she so chooses, it is up to her. Because when the debt come around to be paid, she's the one who the bank is going to call to, not you. They're not calling to you for the money. They're going to call to her because she signed on the dotted line and she is his wife. And that's what people don't understand. And, you know, I was thinking about this all week, and I started to think about the reasons why the royalty people, those royal people, usually marry into their family. I guess that's why they started marrying in their family. Now they aren't doing it anymore so much because of all the health problems that they now realize it is causing because of the genetics, and the kids are coming blind and deaf and with all kinds of genetic problems. But I figure these are some of the reasons. Because people get so angry when a man has to take a wife, when a woman has to take a husband. People get angry. People want what you have, and they don't want to work for it. They don't want to work for their own stuff. They just want what somebody else has, and they want to disregard a spouse because it is supposed to be theirs. Stepchildren. like, I can't even wrap my head around it. Why do stepchildren believe that they deserve to get what marrying a relative is just? Yes, it is. It is. But it was a thought that probably is why those olden people, those people who are in royal families usually do it, because it keeps their wealth right there in the family. We marry our relatives all the time. What you what relative you married? Well, be quiet. You see what I mean? So that just sort of makes me stop and think that everybody needs to have a will. It doesn't matter how much you have. You don't have to have a lot of assets to have a will. You have a will no matter what. Prince, you have a will? Hey, Natalia. Welcome, sister. Welcome. Welcome, my love. Yeah, I'm making fish and bami today. That's what I make. And then I'm just chatting about that situation with that woman who got killed in the church. Now, I was listening to one of the voice notes, and I think about it. We're all coming from Adam and Eve, so oh, that's what you mean, that we are family. But Prince, I'm talking about close family. When you marry your aunt's child, or you marry your mother's brother, your mother's sister, or you marry your sister's child, that sort of closeness is too close for comfort. And that's what I was talking about. That's why the children usually come with all kinds of genetic problems. But Jamaicans have a mindset, and it's not just Jamaicans. People generally have this mindset that they shouldn't work for what they want. They should wait to get it. Now I'm going to share a little thing with y'all, because I don't usually hold back. I'm going to share something with y'all. So I told y'all that my dad died when I was 8 years old. When my dad died, he left many children. Almost all of us is of different mothers. I think it's only 2 sets of us that are from the same mother. But everybody else is sort of like one. Quite a few of us. We left children who weren't yet born. Children who weren't yet born. I'm not talking about twin children. I'm talking about single children who weren't yet born. My dad was never married. He lived like a typical Jamaican policeman. And when he died, he had a piece of property. It had a house on it. And there was one unfinished house on it. And while I talk about that, guys, you see my little thing I'm using here? It's what they call this little thing. I don't even know what it is called. But you see it? It's from Publix. Yes, from Publix. You know where I get this? I have like a dozen of them, because I get them every year from the Jamaica Jerk Festival. I go to the Jerk Festival every year. They didn't keep it last year because of Corona. But I still have my little thong. I think that's what it's called, right? A little thong. So this little thong here is what I'm using to turn my fish. Alright, so because my dad did not have a will, and he had so many children all over the place, we were all young. I think my oldest sibling, my oldest brother, I think he was like 14, somewhere like there, somewhere there. I know I was 8. I can't keep track of everybody. And so my grandmother, bless her heart, my grandmother was appointed as the overseer, the person responsible for my father's estate. Rightly so, because he didn't have a wife. My grandmother did the best she could, in my opinion. She finished the second house and she rented it out, and she rented out the first house, so she had those two houses rented out. And all my years growing up, my grandmother is the person who you could always go to and say, Mama, beg you $100. Mama, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. You can't help me, please? Sometimes she not help you, you know, but you can't vex with her because you don't get nothing to put down. Sometimes she help you, sometimes she not help you. It is her discretion. I've never been angry at my grandmother for not giving me something because me never give her nothing to put down. And I've always been grateful for anything she gave me. When we were... Wait, let me turn this fish before my fish burn up. Alright. Alright. I don't want my fish to burn up, you know, guys. And I'm not a fan of frying stuff because I don't want... Alright. I don't want the oil to burn me. But anyway, my grandmother was a very thoughtful person, and she always thought ahead. My grandmother, if my grandmother had gotten some schooling, my grandmother would have been a lot. It would have been somebody like, you know, she could go into politics or something. Because she was very smart, especially money-wise. And so when I was around 9 or 10 years old, my grandmother took me and my sisters and my brother to the bank. I was about 9. And she opened an account for each one of us. Because remember now, we were all children when our father died. He wasn't married. So the government gave everything to my grandmother, and my grandmother was responsible for distributing it as she saw fit. My grandmother took each of us to the bank, and being as forward thinking as she was, she gave each of us 1,000 Jamaican dollars. This was in 1981, around there. She gave each of us $1,000 in our bank account. Not many grandmothers would have done that. And every day, I applaud my grandmother for her forward thinking. She gave each of us $1,000. And that was from money that she had gotten from my father being killed as a police officer in the line of duty. Yes, baby, 40 years ago. I stuck my $1,000 in the bank. And my mother would always say to me, Trev, every time I give you a little money, put it in that account. And every time my mother got like a partner draw or anything, she give me $50. Every time. Yes, guys, hit the like button. Every time, whoa, rich grandma. That's all it. She was not rich. She just got the little money from my father's death. That's all. She wasn't rich. Right? And I used that money. Wait, let me turn these fish here, because if I don't, them fish here. Oh my God, these fish look like, all right, there we go. So anyway, right, so my grandmother gave us the $1,000. Is the fish ready? No, the fish not ready yet, Prince. It's not ready yet. So I tell you guys, so the money my grandmother gave us, gave each of us in the bank, was supposed to be our little principal. All right? I used to put money in there because like during the summertime, we would go pick pimento. But gone are the days. We pick pimento. We pick guinep. We used to go with my grandmother, go sell guinep in St. Anne's Bay Market. Go sell ackee in St. Anne's Bay Market with my grandmother. And every time we would go with her to sell guinep, sell ackee, whatever we went to sell peas, whatever it was that she was selling, before we went home, she would walk with us to Scotiabank. And my sisters and my brother know I'm not lying. She would walk with us to Scotiabank and she would put $20 in this one, $10 in this one. She determined who she was going to give more. It don't matter to me. I don't care. If I got a penny, I'm grateful for it because I didn't give her nothing to put down. And she would put the money in the bank, you know, adding to our little principal. And every time my mother, we would pick pimento and we would sell our pimento and stuff. My mother would say, don't eat the money. Go put it in the bank. Put it, stash it, stash it, stash. I'm a saver. That's where I started learning to save. Apart from, you know, we used to have that book at school where you go to save your money. Yes, that too. But that account, I kept it and I put money in it until I started to work. When I started to work, that was my account that I kept putting money in. That money grew and helped me when I became an adult. I had enough money in there to pay my college tuition. Yeah. And every day I said, thanks to my grandmother. Thanks to her for her forward thinking. Because if she hadn't, yes, Sush Pumpkin, I'm from St. Anne. Yes. You know a little bit too much about me now. You know a little bit too much about me. But yes, I'm from St. Anne. Yes. So I said thanks to my grandmother for her forward thinking, because that is what helped me. I didn't run go eat it off. I didn't go take it out, go buy pretty clothes and fancy clothes and all these things. I used that money wisely. And all of my siblings who got that $1,000 got the same opportunity that I got because of our grandmother. God bless her soul. And so I say that to say that you can't fight people for deadlift. Because if somebody wants you to have it, they give it to you before they die. Or they make a will to say, you get this or you get that. I don't want to live my life and end up dying and not have a will. Because especially when you have more than one kid, I got 5. So imagine I die without a will. And my 5 children are left out in the cold wondering, what in the world? What am I supposed to do? All right, you see, while the fish frying, I'm going to fry the bami. Let me show you the bami. Yeah. So I told you this bami that I had bought here. It not thick. It's almost like a little bread thing. It's not thick. So guess what I did? I put the coconut milk on it. I soak it. And then I just made it into some little balls. Some little cojones. So I'm going to be frying these. Prince, behave yourself. Guys, you see that comment from Prince? That boy is something else, I swear. Anyway, I am going to fry these little... Let me turn this fire down because I don't want my fish to burn. And I am going to be frying my little bammy. Yes, Prince. So what I need to get? What I need to get, Prince? Sush pumpkin, I would appreciate it. This one I must use, Prince. This one? Maybe I should use this one, right? You are a mess. Anyway, I'm going to fry this bammy here. I'm going to fry this bammy. These bammy, I just made them into little dumplings. I season them up with some coconut. I use the coconut powder on it. Virgin. Yeah, so I use some coconut. I put some coconut powder in it because I like my bammy to have that coconut taste. Yeah, so I put some coconut powder in it and soak it in some coconut oil. And then I just put some chickpeas powder on it. Instead of just putting plain old flour, I put the chickpeas powder on it. Sush pumpkin, you ever found the chickpeas powder? You ever had it? The chickpeas powder is nice. I use it to thicken soup and stuff. You can get them at, yeah, I go to... Hey, Princess Share, how you doing, sugar? How you doing? You come and the fish done fry, so you only show up when the food done. Okay, all right. Well, well, it's eating time almost, but I'm gonna fry the bammy. So anyway, so I'm not too bad. See me here Friday evening, and I'm cooking. I'm cooking for Sabbath. I'm cooking for tomorrow, so I don't have to cook tomorrow. So I don't have to cook tomorrow. So they say. Anywho, yes. So what I was saying about the money, we need to be forward thinking, and also I believe that we need to give our children an education, because if we don't educate the children so that they can be able to work to take care of themselves. You see how them are going to always sit down and wait. They don't see any way out for themselves. They don't see how they are going to be able to achieve anything. Because if they're not educated, they can't just walk up in the bank and go get a loan to go buy a Juta bus, to go make some money. They can't just walk up in the bank and go get a loan for a business or stuff like that. So it is important for us to make sure that our children get an education. That is the only thing I promise my kids. If I know that I'm going to die tomorrow, I probably would spend some more money. I don't have any much money, but I would probably spend some more. But I'm always thinking, oh, all right, the fish finish. And guys, when the fish is finished frying, it will come up off the pan easily. All right, see my 3 little fish them? I wonder if any of you know. Yes, education is the key. The children, the sacrifices we need to make are supposed to be for our children's education. We're making sacrifices, go buy long hair, and go buy horse hair, and go buy name brand shoes and name brand clothes and all this kinds of nonsense. And we're not making the sacrifices for our children to be educated. We're not making the sacrifices for our children to go to school. Who is this calling me? How can I help you? I know I cannot help you, sir. I am on my live. So can you please call me back?
No problem. I'll call you back later.
Or just join me on the live and let's chat.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm driving. I'll look this up.
Okay. Your son is on my live too.
Okay.
Prince, I just rat you out. Anywho, oh shucks. See, you wanna make me talking, and almost burn up the pan. Alright, anywho. That's what I was talking about. Making sure that our kids get an education. Now that's the only thing that I promised my 5 children is an education. I don't have nothing else to leave for them. I don't want the oil to be too hot because I don't want my bami to burn before it's even heated through. So because I was answering the phone, my pan got a little overheated. So I'm just going to turn it down and let it continue to cool down a little bit. Or maybe I should find another frying pan. Maybe I should use... Alright, I'm just going to use another frying pan. Because this one is a little bit too hot right now. Let me pour out that oil right there. And this one will rest. Because the bottom is already burnt. And I don't want to taste the burnt oil in my... I don't want to taste the burnt oil in my bami. So anyway, so my children... Dwayne Randolph, you are here. How you doing? Yeah, so to continue with my story about, you know, how we take care of our children to make sure that when they grow up, they're able to take care of themselves. There is a bank account that is called a 529. Go ahead, guys. Look it up. Hey, Dwayne, what's up? What's up, my brother? Go ahead and look it up. A 529 account. Your bank probably has it. If you have young children, please, I implore you, go ahead and open a 529 account for your young children. It will stay there. Your money will grow. You have a job. Get you an education fund. I know when I was in Florida, I had an education fund for my children and their education. Now, if I don't give my children anything else in life, they got an education. The 4 that are adults. I only have 1 now that is not an adult. And her little funds is growing there. Her little 529 is growing there. But we must make plans for our children. Yes, man. Come. Miss say, guess what? Share. I gotta share this with y'all. Guess what? I can't cook every day anymore, you know. I said I was going to just make my channel be cooking, but I can't do it. Because guess what? I cook. Look here. Wanna see me how me put on weight? Me say, like a big cow. I say I put on some pounds. I went to the doctor last week. Doctor was like, oh, Miss Simon, what happened to you? I say, I don't know. He be like, look how many pounds you don't put on. I say, yeah, it's all that cooking. So, I be cooking. And I'm eating and I'm putting on all this pound. And he was like, oh, it looks good on you. I said, my wardrobe isn't saying the same thing. Because my clothes can't fit. I have to go buy new clothes. And I'm trying to cook healthy, you know, Stush Pumpkin. I'm trying. But my word. I am trying to cook healthy. But Jesus, I eat the ice cream I make. I make, all kinds of smoothies and all kinds of stuff. And I eat it. Yes. And I eat. And I eat. And I eat. Because guess what? I live alone. So I cook and I eat. Some of my friends help me eat sometimes. But I think I just I just eat too much. Look at my face. My face looks like like, oh my God. I have eaten so much. So let me fry my bami here. Yeah, so that's what I'm telling you all, guys, that getting an education fund for your kids when they are young, you can never beat that. Because even if God forbid, oh, thank you, darling, thank you. Yes, man, too comfortable. And when you climb up from outer hell, Satan didn't even realize you were there. So you crawl out, you come out celebrating, put on all this weight. My face doesn't get like shoots. My face is out of control. All my clothes. I have been a number 4 to 6 since I was maybe 17. And I have had my kids, and each time I've gotten pregnant, had a child, my weight always goes back. No effort at all. Just go right back to a size 4 to 6. Always. But this time, Lord Jesus, I started putting on these pounds since last year. Yeah, last year. Around the ending of 2019 there, somewhere around there. And boy, the pounds ain't giving me no break whatsoever. No. What do you say, girl? Watch your mouth, fellow. Watch your mouth. Ah, boy, yeah. And then I'm experimenting with all of this, all this ice cream and all this stuff. And boy, oh boy, I am paying for it. Yesterday I had to go to Ross and go get me some new exercise. Lord of mercy. Oh my God, Sush Pumpkin. Exercise. Girl. Alright, so this is my schedule, Sush Pumpkin. So I work the night shift and I work the day shift. So like this weekend, yeah, so you see, that's what I do with the ice cream. I start making it in some little things like this, just for sampling. Because when I make like a bowl of it, I eat it. And my daughter only comes every other week. And when she comes sometimes, she'll be like, oh no, I don't want that. Oh no, I don't want that. Oh no, I don't want that. So I'm like, oh. So, because I work the night shift and the day shift, my schedule is all like this. So I'm just like all over the place. I think my body is like confused as to when is it night and when is it daytime. Because if I work Monday, Tuesday, day shift, what kind of exercise? As a nurse, I do a lot of walking around at work. Walking around. You know? A lot of walking around. Night shift, when I'm supposed to be sleeping, I am up working. My poor body is confused. So it'd be like, whenever I get this food, Trev, I'm going to hold on to it. For the life of you, you're not going to be able to get rid of it. I'm going to hold on to it because I don't know what your plans are. And I don't trust you. Because that's what my body is saying. I don't trust you. Next week, you're going to be on day shift. And you might be working so hard throughout the day, you may not eat until 6 in the afternoon. I don't trust you. So I'm holding on to this food. I think that's what my body is doing. That's just what I think. Because, my golly, it is just too much. But anyway, my Bami is cooking there. Anybody here ever did home economics? Exercise? But Dwayne, I'm too, you see, yes, I'm old now, you know. Once upon a time, my metabolism would be great and I would just get rid of the pounds. Now, not so. My body holding on to the pounds, buddy. Holding on to the pounds. So I don't know what kind of exercise I must do. Tell me, Stush Pumpkin. What kind of exercise I must do? Curtis. Yes, Curtis. Yes. Curtis, I'm going to make a red velvet cake for you. You want red velvet cake, Curtis? I'm going to make up some red velvet muffins. What do you think? Does that sound like a good idea? If you did home economics at school, you know that where's my scissors? If you did home economics in school, this is a red velvet cake. I'm going to be making a red velvet muffins. All right. So since I'm already here, may as well just do it. When we're in school and we're doing home economics, they always give us like 2.5 hours to make what? A 5-course meal? 2.5 hours to make a 5-course meal. You have to make the meat, make rice and peas, and you have to make, oh Jesus, Tush Pumpkin, push-ups. Push up what, sister? Jumping jacks. Girl, if you hear me get up and you hear my old knees going, I mean, Dwayne, you just look young. We are to a shade pan. Say you look young. So me look old. Lord have mercy. I mean, I think me look old. Me not look like my age. Me almost 50 now. Me not look old, do I? Nothing is wrong with looking old. Girl, my hips be like croop, croop, croop every time. Every time my knees be making that sound. All right, this is my red velvet. And where's the box? All right, so the box asks for 1/3 of vegetable oil. We are using vegetable oil. We will not use vegetable oil. We are going to be using melted butter. Oh, thank you, Slush Pump. We're going to use melted butter in there. We will not use any vegetable oil. And the melted butter asks for 1/3 cup. That's a 1/4 cup. And a 1/4 cup and a half of it makes 1/3 cup. And we're going to use 3 eggs and a cup of water. Now, who puts water in their cake? Not me. I do not put water in my cake, so I am using milk. Yes, I'm going to use the milk in it. So, the milk will help your cake to be fluffy. Don't be putting water in your cake. No. No water in the cake. So I put milk. It says it needs a cup of milk, a cup of water. So I'm putting a cup of milk and 3 eggs. Alrighty. I got almost everything here, but I still have to check on. Wow, my bami looks good. Yeah. They're frying, looking like some little bami dumplings. They look like little bami dumplings. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Y'all want to see them? Wait, let me show you all. You see them? Yes, Princess Shay said, me a sweet 16. Girl, me passed 16 so long ago. Me can't even see 16 in my rear view mirror. Can you all see it? Yeah, see the bami there cooking? Let me turn this camera down. Like that. Yeah. You seeing it now? That's what it is. Let me get this. Let me get this lemon juice here. All right, so So y'all see that? Wait. We gotta see everything here. All right, here we go. Print, you think I look 15? Boy, I would go to jail if I looked 15. Okay, guys, so this is what I'm gonna do. I got a little crowd right here. See my my mixer here. So let me mix up this cake. Let me put this on. May as well just make it. Because Curtis gonna kill me if I don't make this red velvet cake. Right, Curtis? Okay. And 1, 2, 3, and it is done. We're going to leave the egg in there. Alright, there we go. And then we're going to put our 3 eggs in there. One. Oh, this one got squashed a little bit. Egg number 2. Egg number 3. And if it don't look too, I think I'm gonna put 1 more egg in there, guys. I'm putting another egg in there. All right. Who here said at 55? What? 55? Guys, all right. See that? Now I'm going to mix this up. And just like that. You see how easy that was, guys? So I didn't have to start from scratch. So I didn't have to... Who Prince calling son? Like, hey Prince, who you calling son? Let me unplug this and just put it away because I don't want any. There we go. And then put this back up. Because you see, guys, if I don't put things back right away, you know, Lord have mercy, help me. I end up with 1 ton of cleaning, 1 ton of cleaning, 1 ton of cleaning. And it's me alone. I don't like to have a ton of cleaning to do. I don't like to have to be cleaning. Let me get my thing from underneath there. This is my little muffin tins. So I'm just going to be making some muffins. Let me just spray them there. Alright, that's good. I'm going to bake this. And then I'm going to make a little sauce for my... I'm going to make a little sauce for my fish. What kind of sauce you all make for your fish? I like to make a ginger sauce. That ginger tomato sauce I make, it is the bomb. Wait, I'm going to use this scooper to scoop it out because I don't want it to be all over the place. And I want my muffins to be nice and fluffy. So I am putting them, this little pan here holds what, 24? Do I have enough to make 24 muffins? Well, it's going to make 24, you know. It's going to make 24. So anyway, guys, so Let me tell you, me not finish telling the story yet, but y'all, oi, yes. So let me tell you now the rest of the story. So my grandmother now, after she gave us that money, she had the 2 houses that she rented them out, and all her years, my grandmother lived for how many years after my dad died? Almost 40, because my grandmother just died 2 years ago. So the houses were her source of income throughout her life. Now guess what? My grandmother died a few years ago. My grandmother didn't leave any will. I want you to listen to me carefully now. My grandmother didn't make a will. But by this time, every single child my dad had left, we are all now grown. My brothers who were born after he died are all grown. Everybody is grown. She didn't leave a will to say who gets what. So guess what? Who was to inherit those 2 houses? Wanna talk to me? Who think supposed to inherit those 2 houses? Mark, the whole of we grown. My father dead. Now my grandmother is dead. Who y'all think is supposed to inherit those 2 houses? Sticky one, right? That's a sticky situation. Uh-oh. Well, that happens sometimes when you're baking. Something bound to fall where it's not supposed to. Yeah. That's what we're baking. Let me see. Prince. Who y'all think is supposed to inherit the 2 houses? Well, my grandmother didn't leave a will. So the 2 houses are there. I figure some people figure that them is a bigger salmon or a better salmon. So them supposed to get it. Well, I know so it work. Because all of us have the same right to the place. But no one person can get the place. And on top of that, you can't go share up the place for everybody. That would mean everybody go and get a square foot here, a square foot there, and turn the place into a tenement yard. I don't think so. Alright, inside of my oven is hot. This one going to come out funny because you see that big blob that fell on it is going to come out funny. But that is alright. Now I have some batter left. And I think I have another. Hold on, guys. Oh, I have another pan. In my little pan thing here. Alright. Maybe this is enough. I have this little thing here that has some, this is the one you buy at the dollar store. So I'm going to be putting the remainder of it in here. And I'm still paying attention to my bami. Boy, the bami them fry nicely. Jesus peace. The bami them are fried good. I'm going to have to put them on the day. Alright, so let me ask you, who you think, but the moral of the story is, if we just exercise and eat healthy. Oh yes, if we exercise and eat healthy. That now work for it. Oh, Princess Sher, you say it's to share between all the kids. But Sher, how it a go share? How it a go share? Because the only way to share it now, would be to sell it. Because we are all grown. So if I should agree that it should be shared amongst all of us, then I have to agree that it has to be sold and shared amongst us. Fair enough? That could be one option. The next option, I believe, which is to me the better option is because there wasn't a will for it. I believe my grandmother had already compensated us adequately. That's my opinion. Because she gave us money. She took care of us. She did what she could. I mean, anybody who wanted to do something with themselves, my grandmother would have supported them. So I don't think that the houses should be sold, because those kinds of things you cannot buy again. So what I think is, the person who is responsible for my grandmother's estate at this time is the person who should make the last decision as to what happens to that place. Because if my grandmother hadn't taken control of the place and finished the houses and kept up the place, paid insurance and do all of that stuff for these 40 years, it wouldn't still be in the family. Government would have taken it long time ago. So my uncle is responsible for it because he's responsible for my grandmother's estate because she did not have a will. And because he's responsible, my take on it is that he makes the final decision. He has the last say. Just my opinion. He has the last say as to what to do with it. Because it was essentially for my grandmother. It was no longer for my father. Because my father never upkept the place, never built anything. He was dead. 40 years he's been dead. Who paid the insurance? My grandmother. Who took care of the place? My grandmother. Who kept up the place? My grandmother. So how comes now my father's children should say, well, it's ours because it was my dad's? No. You see, yes, that's why she was killed in church, because people always a fight over all kinds of things where them not work for. I could have never now go to Jamaica, go mad with my uncle, go get upset with my uncle over this place that's been my father and my grandmother. It was for both of them. But my father hasn't contributed to the place in 40 years. So the place now belongs to my grandmother. And whoever is responsible for her estate is now responsible for the place. It's as simple as that. That's not rocket science. Anybody can just figure that out. But people like hold on tech way. People like to say, oh, because it was to my father of mine. No, I know yours. I know yours. It's not yours. And I think my grandmother did a good job because she gave everybody a principle for y'all to be able to take care of yourselves. To continue to grow that principle, feed off the interest, and, grow yourself. If you are, I was 8 when my father died, 40 years ago. I was 8 years old. No, you want me to become an adult at 18 and sit down and wait until my grandmother died now at 48. This is now when I'm ready to live life. At 48, because my grandmother is dead. So now is the time for me to swoop in and go have a pot to pee in and a window to throw it through. I had to wait until I am almost 50 years old with my grandma. You understand what I mean? Yes, my uncle is responsible for it because it is his mom. It belonged to him. It not belong to us anymore. Unless my grandmother left a will and she said, all right, this house is for you and this house is for you. Yes, it belongs to my uncle. It belongs to him. Because I'm responsible for my grandmother. And I don't think any of us has ever bought a nail, so much as a nail for that place. Not a nail, not a piece of plywood, nothing. My grandmother was the one who did everything. So, my uncle is responsible for her, and he was the one who has been there, taking care of her, cleaning her, doing everything for her until her last day. You understand? Some people never even go there, go give her a supplement, go change a diaper. You understand what I mean? So I don't think anybody should be fighting over anything or be fussing at my uncle for anything right now. Because I think my grandmother gave each of us what we were supposed to get. And we should have already established ourselves as adults. And go on now, go mind the business, take care of our children, and not be fighting. If my uncle so chooses to say, all right, I'm going to sell this place, the only thing that I would say to him is, if he sells it, half of the money is his. And then the other half might be shared up. But half would be his. And sometimes people just try to be so unreasonable. And when money come into play, and all land, and all dead left, people just become so unreasonable and forget. Say, if you never work for something and it is not yours, you don't lose anything if you don't get it. You understand what I mean? You don't lose anything if you don't get something that was never yours. And you work for it. So it's not yours. It's not yours. You don't work for it. So it not belongs to you. When you want something to be yours, you go work hard and you obtain it for yourself. Then nobody can talk to you about it because of yours. You get what I mean? Yeah. So them all crosses they don't at Chilani. Them all crosses they will go kill off the woman for the piece of property, house, car, juta bus, whatever in the name of Jesus it was. Those people are unreasonable. Unreasonable. Come in and expect the wife to just get rid of whatever her husband dead left and take it to Uno. For what? And then when bank come to her now, for the money them why owe, Uno not gonna pay none of the money. Uno not gonna pay none. Uno gonna just take money and gone because easy come, easy go. Yeah. Uno never work for it. So Uno just gonna take your money and gone about to the business, and she one left in the debt, and she one left to pay off this and to pay off that. And she have to use a little insurance money and pay off this and pay off that. And only just washing her hands and gone with the little something. And she must know what she do know. Me say them for go to prison, see? Them for go to prison, there should be no mercy. There should be no mercy upon them, man. Them wicked. I may say, what was so important? You have to go in a church, in a Master God church, go kill the woman? Like, seriously? In a church, it was so important to y'all that the woman died that day, at that time, that you go kill her for something you never work for. For something you never work for because it wasn't yours. Anything you don't work for, not feel. When you work for it, it's yours. When you don't work for it, it belongs to you. No belongs to you. I will always see people doing that. I will kill off people over this. I will kill off people over that. Over all house and all land. All property. Do you understand? I don't care. We don't know what not going on. But when I fight for it, family members not talk for years because of all house and all land. Because of all house and all land, them not talk for years. You understand? There's something that's not supposed to happen. People just get a mentality that me I go work for what me want, and when me want, me I go leave it to my children and whatever me work for, I'm gonna leave it for my children them, so my children not have to fight. Not to fight over nothing when my eye them close. Because always when people croak, that people come out of the woodworks and want to come fight and kill off each other. For your house and whole land and all kinds of things. You understand? Let me just put that little what? Curtis, your muffin them look nice in the oven. Curtis, them look good. Alright. This is company I hit the road. What time of day now? No, so I'm going on people them job. Whether I want to or not, I have to go to people them job. Because I have a man who come see me every single month. I say the man don't miss a bit. Every month. You know, I find one man, you know. That's why God show up the killer. Yes, sure. That is why. Them think them could have hide and could have run and hide. No, them couldn't run and hide. Couldn't run for long. Couldn't hide far. Yes, man. Wait, what? Prince? Prince? The one that never pass you in? Okay, the muffin at the oven, Prince. So me find the guy, him come every month, come visit my brother. Every single month, Prince, he's here. The first of the month, him come. You know why I'm name? Why name Bill? Him name Bill, right, Prince? Where you know what? Oven. Not in this oven. Nothing in this oven. More than the two little muffin them I have in the oven here, so. Those two little muffins. Yeah. And then now. Know what I'm gonna make now? Hold on. The next thing I'm going to make is some sauce for my fish. So I have one little. Alright guys, I have this little food processor thing here. I've had this thing now for years and years, and it's still chugging, you know, it's still working. So see, just put this stuff in it with a little vegetable oil, and everything gets nice and creamy. So I want to make a little bit of sauce for my fish. Me don't know why y'all use make your sauce. I asked y'all before. I like ginger and tomato together. Our Prince said they know. Our Prince said they know. At work time for me, me need to finish cooking and go to people them job. Because I forgot the people them job tonight. Whether I like it or not. So tonight me I go there people them job, and I run between work and unstoppable. Ah, boy. Yes, sir. So anyway, this is what I'm making. This is what I'm making right now. So you see the sauce, guys, how nice and creamy it is? Alright, this is a little sauce I made with ginger and tomato and peppers and onions and garlic and some scallion and some rosemary. Yeah. And then I put it with some of the vegetable oil in this little processor here, and just blended it up. So it comes out nice and creamy. See there? Nice and creamy. That's what I use for my fish. And I love the smell of the ginger. I love the ginger in it. And I just saute that a little bit. And dab it over my fish with some lemon juice. Yeah, and that's how I make my little fish sauce. What you all use to make your fish sauce? Some people just do the vinegar thing. They just I have one brother and one sister. Yes, Prince, that's very healthy. Me I gonna make some for you, no, Prince. Me I gonna make some for you because you see. Yes, a true man. Who can create one app will make you smell? Yeah, man, we could have worked upon that in a doing. One app can make you smell the food. Yeah, man, that would be very nice. Yeah, so you can smell the food, you can see it, you can hear me talking about it, and then you can smell it. That would be nice. Yeah, let me turn this down so y'all can see. What just happened? All right, when I see it now, see. What they go on here? So here it is. Wanna see me? I hope y'all are still there. I mean, I know. Una still there? Una tell me if una still there. Curtis, may I cook some fish? Oh yeah, alright. That's perfect now, John. Alright. Alright, so I'm making this fish sauce. And I'm just going to put a little bit of perfect angle. Alright, thank you. Then you never tell me that long time. So me never have a good angle. I mean, I put little lemon juice in it. And while we were talking, I made some. Alright, just turn down the fire there. I make this little sauce, just marinate there a little bit. It's just going to, just so I get the edge off the onions, because I like when the onions are cooked. I don't like the taste of raw onions. Let me see, that pot cover here must can't fit. Alright, a little pot cover they can work. And just turn on the fire and make it stay there and just sweat a little bit. Now I need to use a toothpick. I use one of these long picks to check to see if my muffins are ready. Ready. Yes, Dwayne. Listen to the sizzle. This is the Friday evening sizzle. All right, guys. See the muffin them there? See them? Them bad. They look. I hope them taste like how they look. All right, the rest of them in the oven. The others are still baking. Okay, and let's see. I already tested them, so I know they are baked. See? Yeah. Y'all should be able to taste them. Where Curtis? The Curtis. But oh my word, Curtis. He said must make sure somebody bring. Look at that. See that? Nice and fluffy. That's how you want your muffins to come out. You don't want your muffins to be hard. Talking about you putting water in your muffin. No water. Yes, and they have a nice color too. Ready for Valentine, yeah. Because the Valentine's coming up. So I'm going to be making some Valentine's Some Valentine stuff. Yeah, it tastes good too. Tastes very good. All right, this is the sauce here. Oh, okay, this is the fish sauce. I didn't make too much because it's just me. There we go. That is good. Now, guess what I'm gonna do, guys? You see, in the microwave, the microwave has my microwavable pot. See, I make my little rice in there. Yeah, maybe I need to stop eating this white rice too, you know, guys, because this white rice is also responsible for all this weight I'm putting on. So maybe I need to not see there? See how it's nice and shelly? Cooked in the microwave. This microwavable pot is worth every penny. And I bought it just a few years ago. It was, you know, you just wash your rice, put your rice in there with some butter and some salt, turn it on, 20 minutes, and voila, your rice is all done. Done and ready. Alright, we turn off the fire on that sauce. We have our little rice here. Alright, so we have a dish here. So I'm going to be, I'm going to show now, I'm going to share out my dinner. To share out my dinner for this evening. Wait, me not have to do nothing fancy, do I? No man, this not work out at all. I have to go use this thing here. And put up my little bit of rice. I'm not making too much. Wait, where Curtis? Curtis! Where Curtis there? An oversized toothpick, like really Prince. Ooh, here ya. Here ya, Princess Share. Answer the question. Answer the question what you want to cook there for the weekend. What you want to cook? Friday evening cooking, Zagwan. Last time we didn't make the blue drawers. Who did try to make themselves some blue drawers? Who did like? Dwayne, me say if you didn't near me, you would have surely get some. You would surely get some, my friend. Surely. But it look like a me one day in the bushes of North Carolina. Me not see nobody. You know. Just me. And few friends that I've made in North Carolina. But me not see nobody in North Carolina. They said there is a heavy Jamaican presence here. I have seen a few people. But the most of the people that I know in North Carolina, most of the people that I work with. The people I work with. So, and not many Jamaicans, except my girl Angie. I don't see many Jamaicans. I have a few friends in Fayetteville who are Jamaicans. You know, but I don't see too many Jamaicans. Alright. So, I'm going to try to fix up my plate. Hold on there. Some little fish here. Prince, you don't want one of the fish? You Prince? I said the fish, yeah, I drop out. You ever hear this? You ever hear some people say when they eat the fish, them like the fish eye? Well, my fish eye drop right out. Right out. Alright, see me like the sauce here now. And I put this sauce over my fish. Me not like too much gravy and too much oil and all them things there. So me put this little thing over my fish. You can do it how you want. If you want it to have a little bit of oil, you can put more oil on it if that's what you want. If you want it to have less oil, it's up to you. You know, guys, when you look at somebody doing something, you don't have to make yours the same way. Look what I have here, so guys. Oh, it's up to him what he wants. I eat the fish eyes. Well, guess what, doing? This a fish here in your drop right out. I don't even know when your turn. I don't even know where the eye of this fish turn. I don't even know. Don't even know. So may I try get kind of fancy with my pear. Me buy this pear at Walmart, you know. No, say at $2, almost $2 me pay for the one little pear. That's why I miss Florida so, you know, because in Florida I have 2 pear trees in my yard. 2! I'm coming to Carolina. I feel buy pear. You know, see me I look like me I try to get fancy with this. Watch ya. What is Jesus? Yeah. Watch ya. The pair up, I do for him own things. Alright, see it there. Get that. Get it. Alright. There it is. I guess what me I gonna put on this again, guys. Y'all remember this paralyzer that I had the other day? Look what this paralyzer do. Unnecessary this paralyzer bad. You know what this was? You know, there's something that look like cucumber and but it's yellow. I want name a squash. Yeah, that's something there. Look how this paralyzer do it. Tell me say this not fancy. Tell me say this not fancy. I'ma just curl some right there, sir. Yes, brother. Curl it right in the middle, right there, sir. Alright. Now who sent me dinner already? I don't want to stick 2 pieces of carrot in it, you know. The carrot, I have to find a place to go. Have to, because I cannot eat without carrot. So I'm going to find a little place for the carrots. Alright, guys. Alright. Who sent me dinner not ready? Who sent me dinner not ready? Send me dinner there? Yes, sir. My dinner done. Just like that. Me done my dinner. I have dessert. Guess what, guys? It was a pleasure being here with y'all. Now it's time for me to get ready to go to the government's work. See? It's minutes after 4. Time for me to go to the government's work. So I am going. Let me shut that thing there. Yes, guys. Let me hold up the angle here, so. Hold on there. Okay. This is sitting here always I get trouble. Oh, I squash it name now? Oh. Yes, Dwayne. Squash it name. That thing there, well, it tastes good. I like it. I buy it because I like it. And it really does taste good. So this is my dinner. My little fish sauce and my rice. Yeah. That ginger flavor on my fish is like wow. And look at my spiralized squash. It's pretty, not true? Yeah, man, it's very pretty. Look at it. Yeah. And it tastes good. And my pear. My avocado. Yeah. This is my dinner, guys. I'm going to eat my dinner before I go to work. I'm going to go get dressed and go to work. And it was a pleasure cooking, roasting, and reasoning with you guys. Love you all. Mwah! So, guys, my Unstoppable family, I see you all later on the Unstoppable Show. And for anybody else who is here, who is not yet a member of the Unstoppable Show, just bring yourself over there tonight at 9. And remember to subscribe. All right, Unstoppable is the bomb. All right, guys, until next time, this is your girl Trev from Trev Essence reminding you to always take good care of yourselves and each other. Ciao. See y'all later.